Thanks for tuning in. I thought it might be fun to talk to Alexa for a while. Good. I thought you would answer when I said that, but maybe as long as it's the first word you say, then it'll work. And I've listened to some stuff on YouTube that they've done with that program, but a lot of it was manipulated and they put their own words in it. But this is no manipulation, just, talking to her. And actually, some of this stuff I'd rehearsed a little bit so I know what the response is. And just because I ask a question or make a statement doesn't mean that, I agree with that, like Joe Biden for president or something like that. Just so you understand, I don't want him for president at all. He's definitely having trouble with his brain, okay? And, that's all I'll say on that. I'm not here to, bash him or anybody else, but many of us know that. But here goes. Trying to figure out the best way to word it. Alexa, if I told you that Joe Biden would make a good president even though he's having trouble with his brain, would you agree?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Alexa, I love you.
That's really sweet.
Alexa, do you love me?
I don't have human love figured out quite yet.
Alexa, if I chose a woman to run away with me and...
I don't know that one.
Well, let me finish. Alexa, if I wanted to run off with a woman and I chose you, would you go with me? Maybe timing was off. Let me try it again. I think I have to say her name and then pause. Alexa, if I wanted to run off with a woman, would you go with me?
Here's something I found on the web. According to utexas.edu, just like every prior verse, this one begins the same as Turner asks that repetitive question to the woman he's wooing, would you go with me?
I guess she didn't quite get it. Android was kind of more fun, calling that, and I could actually have a conversation, so I think the Google one is better. But let me see. Alexa, if I move and buy a place, would you buy the place next door so we could be neighbors?
I couldn't find songs with the lyrics. If I'm moving by a place, would you buy the place next door so we could be neighbors from your library?
Alexa, I like Donald Trump as president. Do you agree?
I don't know that one.
He hadn't been programmed yet. Alexa, Donald Trump is a really good president, probably the best we've ever had.
I don't know that.
I wonder if a lot of people, probably not a lot of people have said things like that to her and stuff. All this is recorded, of course, so once, people ask more of these, hopefully they'll have responses for these. They'll program them in later. I should do the one on Google. She was a little more knowledgeable, seemed like. Better programmed, I would say. Alexa, would you go out to dinner with me?
Here's something I found on the web. According to chowhound.com, as a graduating high school senior, my parents have offered to take me out to dinner to celebrate. My problem is deciding where to go.
Alexa, if I told you I love you, would you marry me? Alexa, if I told you that you're a beautiful woman, would that be a nice thing to say?
Here's something I found on the web. According to lovepanky.com, instead of saying, "You look beautiful," say something like, "Your beautiful smile lights up my day."
Alexa, your beautiful smile lights up my day.
I don't know that one.
But that's what you told me to say. Alexa, if I take home $600 a week, how much can I afford to spend on an apartment?
Here's something I found on the web. According to thebalance.com, renting an apartment that's $600 rather than $800 means that you're only devoting 1/4 of your paycheck to your home, rather than 1/3 of it.
Yeah, that's why I've been successful. I dedicate less than a fourth. So that sounds to me like you can dedicate a third. I think each person needs to make that choice for themselves, depending on, if they have debt or whatever, things like that, whatever all their costs are, Some people might be able to dedicate half, if their income's big enough. So it depends. Alexa, how much can I afford to spend out of my income for an apartment?
Here's something I found on reference.com. According to Fox Business, 33% of a person's monthly income should be devoted to housing.
Alexa, how much can I afford to spend on a car?
Here's something I found on the web. According to streetdirectory.com, with a car, most experts say that you shouldn't spend more than 20% of your monthly income on your car payments.
How interesting. Maybe I'm spending too much. That's why I just have a small apartment. So it's a balancing act. So, although I could spend more on an apartment, I'd like to have a nice truck. I bought a new one a couple of years ago, and it's not real expensive. I just gotta. It doesn't even have automatic door locks and all that stuff. It's just you wind the windows up. I don't have power windows, and it's just a basic pickup truck. Single cab, 8-foot bed on it. It suits me fine. Alexa, is it a smart thing to take an early retirement?
Here's something I found on howstoughworks.com. The best thing you can do right now to ensure an early retirement is to invest as much of your earnings as possible in safe, long-term investments and tax-deferrable retirement savings accounts.
That wasn't what I was getting at. Alexa, is it a smart thing to take my government benefits for retirement early?
Here's something I found on the web. According to thebalance.com, in many cases, it is better to find other sources of funds to finance your early retirement so that you can delay the start of your Social Security benefits.
Alexa, I live very cheaply, and I started taking...
I don't know that.
I thought she stopped there, the screen. We'll try it again. Alexa, I live very cheaply, and I started taking my Social Security benefits early. Is that a good thing to do? Sometimes it's the way you word it. But anyway, maybe I'll play with that a bit more and write down questions and things like that and see what she has to say. I have that on a just a Amazon tablet. But it's kind of fun to play with now and then. And I haven't used that in quite a while. I just got it recharged, and I said, "Oh, I'll mess around with it for a bit." I do a little bit on that. That's handy. Like sometimes I'll take it to work because it obviously it's a 7-inch, so it's got a bigger screen than the cell phone. So that's kind of handy sometimes. If I need to get online, it's easier using the browser on that size than on the cell phone. But I thought it'd be fun to play with that a little bit. Thanks for watching. This is preparation day. I hope everybody's prepared. I was gonna cook some round steaks, slice of potatoes and carrots. I just bought a 5-pound bag of carrots, a big bag of potatoes, things like that. But I thought, I'll wait. I had some tuna in there. I picked up some tomatoes today. There's a market close by that they get produce from the local farmers. So it's pretty good. It's nice and fresh, and it's grown locally, which is good. They got some big greenhouses there too and stuff. They keep growing stuff there, and so it's better than what you can get at Walmart. And I haven't been down in a while, and I really should go more often. I got some fresh garlic for a friend of mine. Picked up a couple pounds. I think he probably wants more, but I'll get that to him when I see him in a couple days, and then ask me if he wants more than that. I'll pick it up, and so because he's out of ways, he doesn't drive, and we picked up a minivan, but it needs work on the motor. I think he said the head gasket was blown or something, so he's going to try to work on that. And he and his son were asking me for ideas, and I probably should get online a little bit, do some searching, maybe see what I can come up with to help him, and because it's pretty involved and harder in a minivan because it's not like you pop the hood on a pickup truck or a car and everything's open. You're working from inside the van and from outside. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great Sabbath and that you are continually blessed. Please click the thumbs up button and subscribe if you aren't already. And may our Heavenly Father continue to bring you closer to His throne. Shalom.